Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's a special Thanksgiving Day presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they come in after tasting defeat for the first time in about a month as their loss snapped a 4-game winning streak. And this carries into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny when we talked to him. All he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Now Goff on first down. Left side here to Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Goff now looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Back to the running game with Swift. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Alexander.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff. He gets this complete to Cephas. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Lions 3, Bears nothing.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
That was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
45 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And
you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call it productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. The interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Gain on the play.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, Swift. Breaks free yet again.
Swift, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 50, it's gone. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards there, first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now left side on the swing pass. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Intended for DeAndre Swift.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So forget the field goal, give them the first on that penalty.
How about that? That's one way to pick it up, but that's doing it the hard way, but they'll accept it.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Out of the gun. Gone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jamie Collins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Second down.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Kirshman both larger than life. But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On third down, he'll try and pick it up on the counter. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over.
49-yard.
The Lions offense set to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Goff on first down. His throw is going to be incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
And takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
And this one through the uprights and good. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to get going again. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2nd and 13. They'll roll him out right. They're firing a deep ball for Kmet. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. As they run the counter play. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. Heavy rush, and down he goes. Deshaun Hand, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one.
Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
At their own 20.
Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that, the rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. They run the counter now on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They'll set up a throw. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. Look at this. Big gain, but fumble.
Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
After the interception, here's Gone. Open man, he's got it to tight end Hockenson. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
14. Lions 13.
So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game ended. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. Set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him. It did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Steps away to his left. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
A punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Pass complete here to Sanders, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A shotgun snap for Goff. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. 40-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2. Alert for anything out there. Watching for trouble on the road. And making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Going to give this time to the tailback. And some room to work. Trotty. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On first down, it's gone. Sanders hands it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A loss of a yard.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And able to score a pick 6 for the Bears. Touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead is up to 15 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out comes the Chicago defense getting ready for the next possession. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, here's Goff. And it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And it's 3rd down.
Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
Here's Goff. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
At the 30.
So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well.
The Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Brandon, playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right, and rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
Back to throw, Goff. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Here's Goff. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Not a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Again, Goff. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
To the air again. Goff. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a row.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Akeem Hicks make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
And it is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyrell Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Scram for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage.
Brings up
this, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll set up to throw, eluding the pressure right. And Robinson with a big catch. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. His pass caught at the 4. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 3-yard touchdown run as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside in 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Jared Goff in the offense, down by 15. 1:39 to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. On 1st down, Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. He's going to let it fly. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Goff throwing again. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Throwing again is Goff. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Lions are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Bears, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Detroit, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.